Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Happy Monday morning. Hope you're looking forward to a good week, whatever it is you're up to this week. Hope you're looking forward to it. And obviously you're getting prepared for Christmas. It's not long now. We've got a peculiar story around Sergio Reguilon and him maybe moving on in January, but also a really fascinating story around the Benfica centre half Morato. So plenty to talk about, plenty to understand. Plenty to discuss. Just say, if you're new, subscribe. You're very much welcome to join us for the journey. And we're going to jump in with Morato. And it came from a few different sources, actually. So the first one that I saw it from was actually Team Talk, okay? But I'm not going to start with them, because I'm going to start with the Ekrem Kanor one. And he said that Tottenham are planning to make an opening bid of 20 million euros for Benfica's 22 Brazilian centre-back, Morato. I know what you're thinking. You're going, fantastic. And some of you are thinking, how much? And some of you are going, please tell me that's a joke, right? And I'm in all those camps with you, because great that we made a bid, or supposedly want to make a bid. Let's go with that terminology first. 20 million euros is not going to get you anywhere near a deal. It's going to be minimum double that, minimum. Yeah, the opening offer probably should have been closer to 40 million euros, to be honest. Because the Mail Sport followed up with Tottenham are, quote, eyeing a January move for 68 million Brazilian wonder kid Morato after watching the 22-year-old 4 times in the last month. I don't think it's a surprise to you as to me that, we are keen on Morato. I think it's pretty clear that we're keen on Morato. It's pretty clear we're keen on a lot of centre-halves, to be fair. And, in my ideal world, yes, we'd get 2 great centre-halves right this window, but I don't think we would. You could get a Morato this window. There might be a situation where you have to delay most of the payments from next summer onwards, but you could still get a cheap centre-half as well, for maybe, even if it's just for a 6-month loan deal, just to keep you tied over to the end of the season. But the fact we are watching, and we watch him that much, it's normally a good sign that you're really keen on him. Because, and then Team Talk, this is what I mean. I've got 3 things on Morato just alone, but Team Talk followed up with Tottenham have stepped up their approach to sign Benfica and Brazil under-23 defender Morato, according to reports in Portugal. Nottingham Forest and Fulham have previously bid for the 22-year-old, but Spurs are now at the front of the queue to land him. Well, that's always a good sign. We're at the front of the queue. It's a very good sign. Look, we all know we need a centre back. I don't think that's a revelation to anyone in this video, right? But what I would say is there a situation where if you do get a Morato, does sort of the rest of the positions in the January transfer window that you're replenishing kind of have to take a massive step back in terms of quality? And what I mean by that is, you spend all this money on Morato, and Morato's great. There's no denying Morato's great. But is there a situation where you've spent so much money on Morato that the winger and centre mid positions kind of have to just be filled with bodies just for the sake of it, just because you've kind of done everything you could money-wise on one guy? Or are Benfica going to hook you up with a deal where they push a lot of the money onwards? You can still kind of work in this window with a couple of guys. I don't know. All I would say is if you do get Morato, don't expect big signings in the other positions. That's the way I'm going to look at it, And if we do get Morato and we delay it, then I'm going to say is don't expect big summer windows or big January transfer windows going forward, because I think it's going to get all affected by Morato's deal. It's not his fault, obviously. I'm not slagging off Morato. God, Morato, stop being so good. Stop being so good and just bring your price down, for goodness sake. But it is going to affect us, because it has in the past. It affected us with Kulusevski and Porro. It affects us with Cuti Romero. We delay these big signings, and you think, Pedro Porro and Kulusevski separately maybe aren't the most expensive, but together we're talking, I think it was about £65 million, something like that. Romero's in total ended up being over 50 million. So those deals aren't exactly the cheapest. And when you talk about Spurs, we don't spend that sort of money often, so they are quite a big signing. So yes, a little bit of news on Morato. We're going to move on with this really intriguing Sergio Reguilon article. And it came from Team Talk, and it said that Jadon Sancho isn't the only Manchester United player Dortmund are interested in, as they've also made an inquiry for Sergio Reguilon. The left-back is on loan at Man United from Tottenham, but there is a January break clause in his deal, which I think we all know. We know there's potential that it could get broken. But Man United having as many injury issues as they have, they might choose to keep him on. And it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I don't think Malacia is back from injury yet. The left back they got from the Eredivisie. Shaw's been playing a lot of centre half, but I think he played against Liverpool at left back yesterday. By the way, such a bad game. Oh my god. That it's the saying of that's 90 minutes of my life I'll never get back. That was 90 minutes of my life I'll never get back. It was so boring. I don't know how certain fans are so gassed about the result and things like that. I just think how times have changed. That's all I'll say about that before someone gets their neckies in a twist. But yeah, I'm never watching one of those games again for a while. They've got to prove to me it's a good game again because, my God. Anyway, more importantly, less about those two, more about us and Dortmund. I like a bit of Dortmund, me. I do like a bit of Dortmund. I like a bit of Marco Reus. Sorry, I know. Yeah, so Sancho potentially obviously going to Dortmund, but Reguilon's situation. So it came from the Daily Mirror. It said, according to the Daily Mirror, Dortmund have made an inquiry to see if they can snare Reguilon on loan next month. The left back is currently on loan at Manchester United from the Premier League rivals Tottenham, having been an emergency signing following injuries to Luke Shaw and Tyrell Malacia, or Malaysia, or Tyrell, or TM. I don't really care, but I was umming and ahhing about this because he is playing some all right amount of football at Man United. Is he going to get more at Dortmund? Because obviously I think Spurs can end up sending him over there as well. It's not just a break for Man United, it can be a break for Spurs. So you could in theory see Spurs kind of just send him over anyway, because they'll go, look, he's going to get more playing time there. It's going to suit all of us. Or can you get Man United hooked into a deal for the summer to say, look, you can have him to the summer, but you've got to buy him in the summer. There's an obligation to buy now. Because if that's the case, it's not the worst deal. Because tell you what, the amount of players we always have out on loan, and we don't get players bought because of it, I just take a punt and just say, look, you can have him for the rest of the season, but we want an obligation to buy. And if they say no, then I'd say, okay, cool. He's coming back, and we're sending him to Dortmund. It's not like you do a lot of business with Man United anyway. So if you annoy them, oh no, what a shame. We don't really do any business with them, so who cares? They've only bought Berbatov and Carrick off of us, both of which are long retired. One of them manages Middlesbrough at the moment. It's not Berbatov. I know, shocking. You thought Berbatov would, but I wouldn't care. Whereas Dortmund, you might actually end up doing business with them in the future. So you could always hook them up and go, hey, it's Sergio Reguilon, lads. Look after him. Play him a little bit, please. Does all right. Dortmund might pick him up. And also, I think in that system, fullbacks really attack in Dortmund's system. It could suit Reguilon really, really well. He's got the energy to go back and forth, kind of like a marathon runner. So I wouldn't mind him going to Dortmund, personally. I wouldn't mind it at all. But if you get Man United going to give you an obligation, then I take the obligation. It's the way I'm going to think about it, But anyway, guys, that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Drop a like on the video if you did. Hit me in the comment section below your thoughts and feelings about Morato. Would he be the centre back that you want, basically? And for that kind of money, we're talking anywhere between 50 and 70 million. That would be something that tickles your fancy? Subscribe to the channel. Oh, sorry, and talk about Reguilon for me as well. Don't forget about Sergio. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the bell notification for more. But anyway, guys, at the end of the video, I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, guys.